Now, our next guest has scaled heights of pop stardom as the frontman of 80s pop group ABC.
Yeah, he's enjoyed chart success on both sides of the Atlantic, and now Martin Fry is hitting the road to share remarkable stories from his 40 years in the industry. Before we chat to him, let's have a listen back to some of his iconic hits.
Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. When Smokey sings, I hear violins. When Smokey sings, remembering, surrendering, remembering that thought. All of my heart, in me.
Yes, Martin's here with us now.
Good
Can I just say, yesterday,
Hello.
at the end of when we were talking about you coming on yesterday, and I started playing some of your songs to Kat, and I was dancing around the studio. They are just so emotive for me as a kid of the 80s. That sort of just brings back so many amazing memories. All the more now, there's sort of that push for nostalgia in the 80s as well. It's just even more vibrant than it ever was.
Well, the band started in the early 1980s, and we wanted to be as flamboyant as all those other bands. Like Human League, you know, Culture Club, Dexys, Duran Duran. There were so many great bands around at the time. But we always wanted to make music that people could dance to.
But
Through the tears.
Yeah.
Well, that was so much of it back then was also the look. We had Martin Kemp in not too long ago.
Yeah.
And he was talking about it and saying that it was like seeing the world in Technicolor.
Yes.
That was what he said, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
It was like this moment where it was kind of fashion met the Limelight Club, and everybody wanted to have a real kind of image to go through. Was that something you deliberately cultivated?
I always thought the British film industry had shrunk, but there were always these very charismatic characters. If you went to a nightclub in the early 80s. So when you look at Boy George or Annie Lennox or George Michael, these are stars, you know. And everybody went into pop music. And I remember, you know, you'd jump on a plane to New York and it'd be full of English pop stars, British pop stars going out to the States to conquer America. You know, it was a big kind of combination of things, and we'd had the 70s where people had leather trousers and rock and roll. We were the 80s. We were kind of, like you say, bringing up you know, everything into the bag, you know, from cinema, from all those jumble sales we used to go to, the clothes and colour experience.
And Martin's mum used to make his own clothes as well.
It was all homemade. Maybe not now, but
Martin's mum didn't put zip in the trousers though, so you couldn't go to the loo. Is
that the secret of his success?
Yeah. That's why he hopped around stage so lively. You're going on tour, and you've got this extraordinary. It's Lexicon of Life. I'm going to try and hold this up because it's enormous, and then I'm going to open it.
I can't lift it. It's too heavy for me.
It's enormous. And it's not just an autobiography.
No.
It's way more than that. You've got... To explain what's in here, Martin.
I was asked to write a book, so I started writing about my life story, a lot of my adventures through 40 years in pop music. And then I started recording some new songs with acoustic guitars and piano. But with the book, if I can show you, I wanted it to be dressed like me in gold Savile Row fabric. I have a tuxedo like that.
Pick it up.
Ladies and gentlemen. And also, Andy Richardson, the guy that was putting the book together for me, said it would be great for the fans to have a facsimile of the old lyric book, because I'm a lyricist and a songwriter.
Yeah.
And songs never emerge in whole, you know. You kind of rewrite them about 20 times, and in this book you get The Look of Love and Poison Arrow and all the lyrics and stuff like that. Like a printed
Because you actually saw Kurt Cobain's book and you were like, I want to do something creative with it.
Kurt Cobain, I love Nirvana, even though we were from the 80s. I mean, you played the Look of Love video earlier.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, when Nirvana came through, Kurt Cobain would never wear a straw bow tie and a candy striped blazer. But it was kind of interesting, Kurt Cobain's book, where you went inside his mind and, you know, how he put his music together. So... I mean, songwriting's such a kind of...
You and Andy Warhol.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
He was a young man.
I mean, can you see it? I mean, the people you met, the experiences you had.
David Bowie for Look of Love. You just mentioned Look of Love.
We were in a studio, Tony Visconti's studio in Dean Street. We had one hit record, I think, Poison Arrow. We go in to record The Look of Love, and Tony Visconti produced all the David Bowie records, and David Bowie was around the corner and he came to visit his friend, so you know, for a fledgling band from the Dole Queue in Sheffield to be there and look over your shoulder and there's the great man himself. But what was cool was he stuck around. He liked the vibe and the atmosphere in the studio and made a few suggestions.
Did he?
And we all tried to be as well-behaved as we possibly could.
And Look of Love Look of Love became this huge hit globally as well, across the Atlantic. I mean, that was massive.
And Japan, too.
All these years on, it is lovely to get on the stage and to be able to perform your hits, you know.
Yeah.
And Look of Love, it was a very big international hit for us, so, yeah. The crowd get to sing the lyrics, and I'm very thankful for that, yeah.
And you're doing an intimate evening with... Now, you did the orchestra, of course, which was like a big kind of production.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of scaling back with the release of the autobiography as well. And it's very intimate.
Well, from the book, I realised it would be great to kind of go out and meet the fans, basically. So we're going to play about 5 shows a week through October, November, and again in May, June, in a town near you, or in a village near you. So, you know, we're going to be within 10 metres of everybody in the UK. Play a lot of shows with piano. And I get to talk about my adventures and misadventures and my life as a songwriter with ABC, but also get to meet the fans and sing a couple of songs, the pianist and the guitarist, Pete and Ryan will be there, so we're going to have some fun with it.
Is the Tux coming, though? I'm a little bit disappointed the Tux isn't on today, I'm going to be honest.
He looks so dapper,
It's daytime Tux,
But, yeah, I mean, in ABC, there's always... I had the gold lame suit many years ago, so these days it's tuxedos.
Yeah. And whose idea was this? Was it you went to William Hunt on Savile Row?
Yeah, Willie Hunt's a very good friend of mine, and he said, I've got the fabric, you know, let's wrap the book in it. The book should be dressed the same as me, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Every author should dress like their book.
It's true.
It is unbelievable.
The tour came out of the book, so we're really looking forward to getting out on the road and doing that. Yeah.
It's really fabulous.
In October and November.
Well, look, thank you so much for coming and sharing. This is something really extraordinary, special.
It is.
Any 80s fan, any ABC
Limited
fan,
edition, collector's item.
It really will be.
Amazing.
Thank you for coming in and sharing that with us.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you.
Cheers, guys.
Martin's tour, ABC An Intimate Evening with Martin Fry, kicks off at Carnegie Hall, Workington, on October the 9th. Tickets are available now.
And his autobiography, The Lexian Life, is available to pre-order now too.
I think I'm going to nick this one if I can.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll have to fight me.